Fine. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. We're trying to fix some technical issues. Oh, here.
Oh, good.
Okay. So yeah, starting on here on Hackle Zones, it's gonna be really crazy here. They're gonna fight for center here, clearly.
So since Havil's fish zones is typically known to be determined by some of the backline stuff due to the tents. It's interesting to see that there's a heavy splatling on the side of.
I believe that's University of Florida with the heavy splatling in the purple. But FSU in the green ink has that leader, and that leader is definitely going to help them a lot on this aggressive push.
Definitely.
Yep, you guys are live. Go, 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 go.
Oh.
Hello everyone, we're live for CCA. This is going to be, sorry for quick changes, this is University of Florida versus Florida University, Battle of Florida. I'm Broken, joined by Alex, and we're already in game 1 on the zone Tacklefish. We have Florida State in the green, University of Florida in the pink. Let's get into it, I guess.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys, but yeah, keep going.
Alex, what do you think of what we're seeing right now? This beautiful hold we're seeing all the way from Florida State University.
It's definitely great to see that UF is holding their position very strong and making sure to keep FSU constantly distracted in order to hold their own. As we see this shot get taken out, but they pushed far and was able to push the advantage onto UF or FSU.
Yeah, FSU, sorry in the pink, I got that wrong a bit earlier, but yeah, that ink brush on FSU is going to get sniped. UF just holding the zone very, very well. We do have a light penalty stacked on top of them, but that's already over with. Just Tri-Slosher popped that inkjet, beat the try on the inkjet, going in, trying to get a pick, not quite able to get it, but just stalling out FSU a little bit longer from getting into the zone, and University of Florida is looking very strong right here on Haggle Zone.
Although there's already 3 down inside of University of Florida, forcing this Tri-Slosher to move back, and now that FSU has holded the zone, they can now push forward and see what they do to go and deter from UF.
Yeah, I mean, FSU pushing in aggressively, but they have to make it all the way down to 21 points if they want to get the lead back from a blue Stormville. So they definitely have quite a ways to go. That splash getting picked out early is not going to help them. And already, FSU has all their specials online.
And there's the zone
for the cap. Zone flip right in favor of FSU. Or of UF.
Yeah. And now they're now pressing really hard into the side of FSU. Maybe they need to go and build some specials if they want to try to come back from this, but it's a little uncertain due to how little everyone has how much everyone's died. So they have to play the patience game.
Yeah, but the University of Florida here in that green. Ooh, one of them does get taken out, but they're very close to getting this Naga here.
And there's
double
2
from
down.
the splash, but the splash is going to go down to the Tri-Slosher, and that's going to be University of Florida taking that game 1.
That was a rough match.
So I guess I should preface things before we get into it. Hello, welcome to tonight at CCA. We're in a Div 4 matchup between Seminole Cephalopods from Florida State University up against Storm Cells, repping the University of Florida. I am Broken Pinky. I'm joined here with Alex. And yeah, we got some technical difficulties, but now we're over with. So I guess with that being said, Alex, what do you think of tonight after seeing that first match?
I see that the University of Florida is going to be definitely a menace to go and watch, as that was lockout, and I hope to see what we see from UF. But FSU could easily go and fight against UF. These 2 schools are top of their leagues, in my opinion. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. But yeah, that was UF exercising a fantastic lockout right there, making things really hard for FSU. And we mentioned it a bit, but it is the Battle of Florida. There is some trash talk happening right now between these two teams. Obviously, they want to come out ahead here in week 1 of the CCA. And, I mean, it looks like UF is off to a good start. And now we're going to be moving on to game 2 on TC Sturgeon Shipyard. Alex, you have some thoughts on this map?
Sturgeon's Shipyard is another one that tends to favor a little bit backlines, but once someone is able to go into the enemy core and flank from behind, it can easily snowball from there.
Yes. I'm glad you mentioned that because so much of Sturgeon revolves around getting control of the enemy core. That's really where people try to set up, that's where people try to set up in regards for defending that tower. So if you can take control of the enemy core, you can really prevent a lot of the ways the enemy can defend themselves.
Yeah, and another key thing about Sturgeon TC is that first 2 checkpoints is crucial as it funnels everyone into that area.
Yeah, but with that being said, we're going into game 2. FSU keeping with that ink brush, bringing out the new 96 deco with that Kraken action. And it looks like Tri-Slasher is now going to be in the hands of the University of Florida here as we head into game 2.
Yeah, and it's also interesting to see that the FSU is bringing out a brush to see if they can try and invade the enemy court a lot faster.
Yeah, the ink brush is known for its speed and its mobility, but right now it is, I believe it's UF with the mobility, but they're going to go 3 down. FSU on that tower with that junior, moving towards that first checkpoint. They're wary of that E-leader staring them down right now at that first checkpoint. They know how important it is to break, but more importantly, if that second checkpoint so deep into enemy territory. Kraken is being caught by FSU. It's gonna run out, gonna trade with the Tri-Slash before it goes down, and FSU is not quite able to, keep control of this first checkpoint as well as they would have liked to, and are actually forced to get off the tower. Probably gonna have to give it up for now.
Yeah, and now there's 2 down from the side of UF, but I mean, it's going to be very hard to make a strong push because you have to be able to control such a large amount of area before you can start pushing in.
Yeah, exactly. You have to control the tower from all sides, and right now, neither team really wants to touch the tower. They just want to get some control in it, but now University of Florida has that tower in their hands. That ink brush staring down that either after popping the whale. It's going to go down, and that looks like University of Florida is putting themselves in a great spot to get that first checkpoint, and there they go and get it.
And it looks like they've already broken through the first checkpoint. The first checkpoint that was so difficult for FSU.
But now we're at the second checkpoint. This one is so crucial, so difficult to get past. And University of Florida almost through easily, but they all go down, just barely unable to break it. I think they were 1 point away. This Tri-Slash was forced to retreat. A really good effort, but breaking that second checkpoint of the map is so crucial. And all of a sudden, this game is starting to open up for FSU.
They have, and yeah, they have now pretty good control of mid. They just need to figure out how to get rid of UF's numbers, which with the Sharking Tri-Slosher, it could be posing quite a problem with 2 down from the side of FSU.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Storm Cells from UF is trying to push up, and I mean, Seminole Cephalopods of FSU trying to defend as best they can, but there's Citrus going around, trying for the flank, getting picked off by the Tri-Slosher, and UF already going for the second checkpoint again.
Unfortunately, it seems like their momentum was a bit lost, but it's... No, they're still at it, surprisingly. And now the Kraken has now been popped, so they have to go run away from tower.
Yeah, pretty much once the Kraken's on tower, you can no longer push, but that Kraken gets caught in its end lag, unable to really participate any further. It's just this junior alive on side of FSU to defend this area, and that's going to go down. The bomb is going to get the pick on that T-Tech, though. FSU still alive in their court area as U of F going toward that second checkpoint once again, trying to break it so desperately. They're very close to doing it, and they're actually going to get past checkpoint 2, trying for the knockout.
And it seems like they're just going to be running at the objective, seeing if they can go knock this out before they have to worry about defending. Unfortunately, they all go down, and now they have to play the defense game.
Yeah, now U of F has to play on defense as Florida State, trying to, push on offense, but Florida State has a mountain to climb in order to get there. They have to get past that tough first checkpoint, and they haven't even finished that first checkpoint, and they still have to get through the second and then some, get all the way down to 3 to get this lead back. So it's going to look rough for them right now, but it looks like they're going to be able to break that first checkpoint. Florida State starting to make a push going.
Yeah, and I mean, they got through that first checkpoint by trying to stall with Kraken, and unfortunately, I think this push may be dead as multiple people from FSU go down, and UF now has control of the tower.
Exactly, Alex. I mean, UF has just been really suffocating on the defense here because UF knows that they don't really have to panic until that tower really gets close to that second checkpoint, so they can just stay alive, try and defend, and just keep themselves safe right now while Florida State knows they have to go on offense. And you see that Brush trying to do it, not quite able to do it, and U of F is pushing that tower down once again, Alex.
I know, they're showing who's the better Florida school right now. This constant pressure. As 3 go down from FSU, and it's only the junior left. Maybe this junior can do it, but apparently so. As they wipe out at 3.
The junior gets the triple and is able to to lead the team to the wipeout, but now FSU really has to make the most out of every last second of overtime because Florida State has to get it down to 2 if they want this lead, and that is so far away, and they're probably only going to have 1 Kraken on this push, Alex.
I know, and they have to play that very carefully and also not get sniped. Unfortunately, they panicked when the E-leader saw them, and they won't have Kraken for that fight, for that very first second checkpoint.
Yeah, right now 2 of them are on that tower, and they're both going to go down to that tri-strike 3 dead, and that is going to be U of F taking a very solid game 2. Storm Cells up 2-0 up against Seminole Cephalopods.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like UF is really wanting to show their colors.
I mean, yeah, they've been showing their colors, showing their talents, showing it all. U of F has been so strong in the set, and it is best of 7, so Florida State has some time, but right now, it is all in the, all in University of Florida's control. Ain't that right, Alex?
Yeah, I mean, the FSU needs to start getting some points on the board, or it could end up in a bad situation for them.
Exactly. You do not want to be staring down a team up 3-0 and trying to make that reverse 4-0 sweep happen all the way from the top. It is just so tricky on the mental, but it looks like Florida State is going to have to start exercising defense, have to start now, and have to start with Rainmaker Hammerhead. Alex, what are some of your thoughts on this stage?
Rainmaker Hammerhead is something you have to really know how to use your specials for this map, as it's essentially a straight line. So as long as you can keep pushing forward, you can keep your momentum up. But there's not many ways to defend or aggress. It's one way.
Absolutely.
And also, I mean, are there any changes you think you will see from the maps? Because I feel like we're probably going to still see the E-leader. But I'm curious what the FSU is going to bring up.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what both these teams have been cooking because they've already shown in just 2 games that they're not shy with changing some aspects of their comp. Obviously, University of Florida kept it a little more stagnant with game 1, but Florida State changed things quite handedly in that game too. So I'm interested to see what both these teams have to offer. They both seem ready to innovate, ready to bring something new to the table. So Alex, I think we're gonna have a good game 3 on our hands, but it's definitely an important one.
Definitely.
I mean, yeah, like I said, you don't want to be challenged with the reverse sweep, especially week 1. It's so hard to get your mental in the right place to do that. Wouldn't you agree, Alex?
Yeah, and I mean, this will also set the tone between these 2 schools. It's constant reinforcement of the idea of the Battle of Florida.
Absolutely. Scores will definitely be settled. Results will be had as we go into game 3. Rainmaker Hammerhead. These comps are going to be revealing themselves. The 96 Deco is staying. Florida State bringing out the Carbon Roller Deco. Double Slosher is going to be sticking on the side of University of Florida. Alex, what do you think this opening is going to look like?
I feel like we're going to see the 96 try pressure that mid, and that Brush is going to try to be as annoying, and the leader's going to set up on the end on their side. trying to deny mid. As we see FSU going in for that straight kill on the side of check.
Yeah, FSU going in it very aggressively. Carbon has that Zuka pop, trying to just find the people with it. Sees that leader on that right side. Carbon Roller smells blood, trying to rush it, but unable to get it. Leader gets the pick on, or the Tri-Sentry able to come to the rescue. Gets the double, and Alex, Florida State is 3 dead as the University of Florida has that Rainmaker right now.
Yeah, and there goes the first chest, and they were able to just completely ignore that Kraken that coming at them.
Yeah, exactly. That Kraken was a non-issue because it was just so far away, and right now this Prize Stalker trying to break this Rainmaker shield solo, gets a pick on the splash, goes down to the Rainmaker explosion, but I mean, University of Florida has that first checkpoint broken, but that first checkpoint is so close to mid that honestly it might as well be a non-factor, so I feel like Florida State can definitely make a rebound here, Alex.
Yeah, but there's 2 down on the side of FSU, so I mean, they need to be able to figure. Oh, and there's the wipeout on the side of FSU. UF now has full control over the enemy side, as it gets shut down by 96.
Yeah, the 96 Carbon combo able to shut down that push before they can make the jump across the gap. That's a pretty important jump to make as well, but the Rainmaker is now popped. University of Florida can have the chance to make it again if they do make it across. And they still have the numbers advantage up against Florida State. Alex, there might be a snowball starting to happen.
Yeah, you can definitely see it. It's definitely, they need to play very safe right now, and to try to go and deal with that Rainmaker with a bunch of bombs and specials. But the Rainmaker is having none of it as it goes for the final check or the finale.
Rainmaker said, I'm gonna get up. It's time to slam now. Bring it into a slam jam. University of Florida quickly takes that game 3 and is up 3-0. Storm cells have been bringing in a storm across, and Florida State has been struggling to stop it, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, now we have FSU now has to go for that reverse sweep for this best of 7. I mean, which is going to be quite a battle indeed.
Yeah, it's a tough mental battle more than anything because you really have to just get good at that mental reset and say we're down 3-0 or we're down 0-3. We just have to collect ourselves and make it back all the way. But I don't know. Florida State definitely has a mountain to climb ahead of them, but they're gonna have to start climbing that mountain on Clamless Scourge Gorge, or I mean, maybe just maybe we might see University of Florida steal it away. Alex, what do you think of Clam's Scourge for a game 4?
Clam Scourge is definitely a rough match with the choke point right near the basket. So as soon as you can hold that choke point, it can snowball from there. I mean, we have to see what they do in order to try hold their different choke points.
Yeah, exactly. You pretty much have that choke point right outside of mid, pretty much straight in between that, or straight in between mid and that basket, and you have to cross it to get to that basket, and that's where you really get the stall fest of Scourge Gorge, where neither team can really break through. So, Alex, I think we're gonna have to see some really aggressive plays from one team or the other if they want to get any score in.
Yeah, and I mean, from FSU, we've seen a lot of that brush and Kraken, so we could be seeing a very in your face plan where brush and Kraken just keeps pushing objective and making sure UF does not have their basket.
Yeah, I feel like the Seminole Cephalopods have all the right pieces, but it's been Storm Cells of the University of Florida that's really been putting it all together and been, I mean, clearly reaping the rewards. They're up 3-0 right now in this best of 7 series. We're going to be heading into game 4. This is Florida State's final chance to really make something happen. Let's take a look at these comps really quickly. Rush is staying. We're seeing double splash in a C Junior, and Florida State, or not, sorry, University of Florida sticking with the same old, Alex.
But that same old is a tried and true strategy that's won them 3 games so far. As the E-leaders now set up on their snipe, and the in Florida State now has to play it somewhat carefully.
Yeah, absolutely. Florida State has to be really careful. Immediately goes 2 down. Both the splashes are dead. I just realized now it's a Neo Splash and a Vanilla Splash. So only 1 crab, 1 set of Tri-Strikes at the arsenal. So definitely interesting comp from Florida State. But Florida State getting a little lost in the sauce, but University of Florida goes 3 down here. This is Florida State's chance for a push. They don't have a whole lot of clamps to work with.
Yeah, but we're almost. Oh, that brush tried to do a cheeky play, trying to quickly grab clam and open basket, but got shut down by that ink mine.
Yeah, it was a really smart ink line from the E-leader on the University of Florida. Very well done, and I mean, UF moving in quickly. They have a Booyah Bomb at the ready. I imagine they're going to try and build a few more specials, maybe an Inkjet, but right now, U of F is just winning all these team fights right now. FSU is really struggling to get their feet planted.
Yeah, now they have control over the center tower and have full vantage point over mid. So they need to be able to hard push that as 2 down go from the side of FSU. And possibly we may see another push from UF.
Yeah, UF is trying to get a push started. Slowly but surely making their way to that ramp. Machine still has this Booyah active, but they get taken out by the Tri-Strike. They didn't notice on the tower. They didn't quite have time to switch roll away from the top. And, I mean, that's a crucial pick for FSU, but UF still having so much presence on the map, so much paint on this map. And they're starting to move forward ever so slowly. That Tenatech is going to be the ball carry. So they have to make it to that basket, but it's not that far of a trip for them right now. T-Tech does go down to Alex.
Yeah, but I mean, and they try to go and push below before, but had to back out because they just didn't see the advantage.
Yeah, absolutely not quite able to convert enough advantage. But this Tri-Slash are already converting advantages, getting the pick on that ink brush. They do see one in the left pit is going to get taken out. The last one was the Custom Junior that jumps out, so this is definitely University of Florida's chance to get a score in. They're able to break that basket, get it. And they're starting to get some clams in there, down to 51 right now, and U of F is still there, pressuring FSU, trying to keep that basket open.
And FSU is constantly getting staggered and getting picked off as they try to defend basket. But basket has now closed, and UF has to now make a new power clamp.
Yeah, FSU has been struggling mightily with both of the sloshers that UFF has to offer. And I mean, they only have 2 minutes left to really find an answer and to make a push going, because I mean right now for FSU, time is running out. They had 3 games of pushing, but now it's now or never pretty much. We're in game 4, and Alex, FSU really has to come with solutions quickly.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Clam Blitz, and 51 points is definitely a huge lead, but it's not something impossible to come back from, as you only need 2 powers and a little bit of few extra clams.
Yeah, exactly. It's a big lead, but it's nothing insurmountable. FSU really has to come together, but right now, U of F pushing forward. Booyah Bomb gets popped. Team members on the side of UF go down, but the basket is open once again in the favor of UF, scoring even more, all the way down to 35, now down to 29. There's some clams on the snipe that the machine notices, throws them in the basket to keep it open a little bit longer. UF's push is just not stopping Alex.
And it looks like there was a siege unit trying to camp the enemy basket, but got shut down because the basket would not close with time.
Yeah, exactly. The siege unit went for something tricky there, not able to do it. The ink brush goes down as well. This machine has just been absolutely playing incredibly so far, Alex.
Yeah, and now FSU has to play some careful clam management between holding it and not, as every time you hold a power clamp, you use a constant echolocator on you.
Exactly, it's so difficult to manage it, but right now, FSU might not have time to worry about that kind of stuff. There are 3 dead. This is just a splash alive under the basket. The splash gets the pick on the Tri-Star, so the leader's hunting for the splash. Gets the trade. That's definitely a trade UFF will take, because FSU really does not have a lot of time, including overtime. They have a little less than 40 seconds to make this happen, Alex. It's all going to come down to this. Can they get it below 19?
We'll see in about 10 seconds when overtime begins.
Yeah, but right now UFF is 2 dead. This is FSU's last chance to make something happen. Alex, what do you think we're going to see?
FSU is going for the strong push with 2 specials popping, a whale and a crab, and they are able to get the basket open for the first time, and they're now at 62.
Yeah, but they need a few more clamps in there. Brush is trying to keep it open. Down now to 53. This power clamp is going to be jumped, trying to get in the basket. It does make it in, but they still need a few more clamps. They need 5 clamps, but it's just this ink brush alive alone. Gets taken out. That basket's going to close. Storm Cells, University of Florida, taking the set 4-0.
Yeah, I mean, UF they definitely had a little bit of issue during that overtime section, but they held their defense very strongly.
Yeah, exactly. UF set themselves such a such a good buffer system. They had it down to 20 points, which is just so hard to reach in a singular push, especially when the clamp spawns are so unreliable. So, very well played to the University of Florida, winning the Battle of Florida today. But yeah, that was an incredibly quick-paced match, Alex. And I mean, yeah, Storm Cells, University of Florida, absolutely dominant in this set right now. Beautiful play.
Yeah, I mean, we could see some good things from Storm Cells for along Division 4, and FSU. I mean, it's only week 1. I mean, they can easily make up their gap in skill over time. And it's only the beginning of CCA.
Yeah, it's only the beginning of CCA. There is so much more Splatoon left to be played across this entire season, but it is going to be Storm Cells of the University of Florida getting themselves off to a phenomenal start here. Just immediately getting the 1-0, the week 1 victory over 4-0. So definitely very nice, very good play. Florida State definitely is a strong team. We could definitely expect to see a lot more strong play from them in the future, but for now, they do have to go back into the lab just a little bit, trying to refine their strategy just a bit.
And it seems like this lobby is going to be closing soon as people are leaving. So unfortunately, we won't see the CCA tradition of playing all 7 during during group stage.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is going to be it. We're not going to be seeing all 7, unfortunately. I mean, Florida State, I can imagine they're not feeling too great about that, but like we said, it's only week 1. You can only go up from here, and I mean, University of Florida, they are a tough team. So while they took the Battle of Florida today, FSU definitely has a lot of time to get their revenge. But with that being said, that's going to be it for me and Alex on the mic. But before we sign off, Alex, where can we find you?
Yeah, I mean, you can probably find me on my team on Kraken Squids, which actually will be playing it in 2 hours from now. You can also find me on Twitter at Elixir68, where I do occasional posts of like stuff that I see in the meta. But you'll mostly see me just fighting with my collegiate team.
Yeah, everyone wish Alex some good luck with their collegiate team, and you guys, if you ever want to find me, you guys can find me on Twitter at brokenpiggy_, where I make some mid clips and some mid takes. You know the good stuff. I also play quite frequently with my team Squid Sushi, where you can also find me some other times. But with that being said, I think we're gonna, I believe that's us gonna be signing off. So thank you guys for watching this set. Stay tuned for the set we have coming after this in just a few minutes. Make sure to stay tuned because Falco and Drew are going to keep it rolling at 8:30 Eastern Time.